They say loyalty in the NBA is dead, but in San Francisco it's being buried 6 feet deep. Welcome back to Courtside Gossips. It is January 2026 and the Golden State Warriors are facing their biggest internal crisis since the Draymond-Jordan pool punch. But this time the enemy isn't a punch, it's a paycheck. Jonathan Kuminga has officially demanded a trade, but he didn't just ask for an exit. He reportedly burned the bridge on his way out. Rumors are exploding on X that Kuminga faked a back injury just to sit out a crucial game against OKC. Why? Because the grift is finally being called out. Today, we are looking at the sabotage of the Warriors season, the secret locker room meeting with Steve Kerr, and why Jonathan Kuminga just became the most toxic asset in professional basketball. Let's talk about January 2nd. The Warriors are short-handed. Steph, Jimmy Butler and Draymond are all resting. This was supposed to be Kuminga's showcase game, the night he reminds the league why he is a 22 million man. 1 hour before tip-off, he reports lower back soreness and stays in the locker room. But here is the snake oil part. Sources inside the Warriors told The Athletic that eyebrows were raised across the organization. One anonymous teammate even said, "I wouldn't have played either. The coach doesn't believe in him." Think about that. A teammate is basically admitting that Kuminga's injury was an ego injury, not a physical one. This is hustle porn at its finest. Kuminga is selling the fans a story about being a victim of Steve Kerr's rotation, but when the stage was clear for him to lead, he pulled a disappearing act. Is he a future star? Or is he just a charlatan who wants the status of a max player without the work of a role player? Just yesterday, Steve Kerr sat Kuminga down for a private conversation during shoot-around. Kerr told the media, "It is what it is. That's NBA speak for I'm done trying." Kerr has spent 2 years trying to turn Kuminga into a winning player, someone who cuts, defends and plays within the flow. But Kuminga wants to be the self-help guru of the NBA. He thinks he's already the guy. The stats don't lie. He hasn't played in 14 games. He's been a DNP, CD, did not play cautious decision, while Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry are out there fighting for a playoff seed. Kuminga is currently the most expensive spectator in San Francisco, wearing a black hood on the bench like he's in a witness protection program. He's not a teammate right now, he's a 22 million distraction. Now that the trade restriction lifted on January 15th, the Warriors are officially shopping him, but the market is dry. Why? Because GMs aren't stupid, they see the grift. The Sacramento Kings, they have wanted him for years, but reports say their offer has dropped significantly. They aren't giving up Keegan Murray for a guy who might fake an injury if he doesn't get 15 shots. The Los Angeles Lakers, of course, Pelinka is sniffing around. They love a reclamation project. But can you imagine Kuminga's ego clashing with LeBron and Luka? It would be a locker room nuclear explosion. The Dallas Mavericks, they need wing depth. But with Cooper Flag already established, would Kuminga accept being the 4th option? No chance. Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy is reportedly bluffing that he will keep Kuminga until the summer. It's a classic opportunity fraud. He's trying to convince the league Kuminga still has value. But the whole world knows the Warriors are desperate to get him out of the building before he poisons the whole season. Jonathan Kuminga had every chance to be the bridge to the Warriors' future. Instead, he's become the wall that's blocking it. He wants to be a star, but he's playing like a guy who's already checked out of the hustle. We like his talent, we love his dunks, but the street clothes vibe is contagious, and it's spreading from AD to Kuminga. If you are 23 years old and you're already unhappy while playing next to Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, the problem isn't the coach, it's you. What do you guys think? Is Steve Kerr holding him back? Or is Kuminga the ultimate grifter of the 2026 season? Should the Warriors trade him for a bag of chips just to save the chemistry? Let me know in the comments. This is Courtside Gossips. Hit that bell so you don't miss the emergency trade breaking news when it finally happens. Peace.